Narcissist Ensnared, Episode 28. By mid-afternoon, Ian Wynne was feeling bored. He had been around the town twice, browsing in the shops. He had sat and read a newspaper whilst drinking 2 lattes, and then headed over to a furniture store to look at purchasing a new bed for Ashleigh. He wondered what had been happening at court. Only one message had been received from Ashleigh, telling him that the judge had encouraged them to have a discussion to try and sort the dispute out. He pondered if those discussions had borne fruit, or whether they had begun the hearing in front of the judge. He had popped into the pub and decided to have a pint, sitting by the window and watching the denizens of the town go about their business. Wynne was contemplating a second pint when his phone rang. It was Louise. "Hi, Louise." "Hi, Ian. We're finished. We're going to go for a coffee just along from the courthouse. You were parked near the coffee shop before?" "Yes, I remember it. Can we meet you there and we can tell you what has happened?" "Sure, I'm on my way." Wynne walked back to the car park and set off. As he was driving up a wide road back towards the centre of town, he saw Peter strolling along the pavement. An older man, with a mass of white hair on his head and also wearing a suit, was walking beside him. They were both deep in conversation. Wynne pressed his horn, causing the 2 men to look up. Wynne smiled and gave them a wave. The older man looked perplexed, wondering who was waving at him, as Peter stood there, mouth open, as Wynne swept past. A few minutes later, Wynne entered a narrow coffee shop and found Ashleigh and Louise sat at a table. Louise got up and kissed Wynne. "Would you like a drink?" she asked. "No, I'm fine, thanks," replied Wynne, as he settled into a seat. "So, what's happened?" "You tell him, Louise. You will remember better than me," said Ashleigh. "We managed to reach some agreement. It took a while, but we did it," explained Louise. "Okay, well, that sounds encouraging." "They've managed to agree contact with the children. Ashleigh can stay in the house pending its sale. She has the children from Wednesday evening through to Sunday morning. Alternate weekends, Peter has them on Saturday evening from 5 p.m. "Seems sensible," commented Wynne. "We had to arrange a handover protocol, as neither Ashleigh or Peter want anything to do with one another. So I've agreed to hand over the children on a Sunday morning. When it's a Saturday, Ashleigh's dad will do it. The hand back on a Wednesday is not such a problem. The children will be with Sarah." Wynne nodded. "Did you have to give any undertakings?" asked Wynne. "Yes, Ashleigh agreed not to drink alcohol while she has the children. He made quite a song and dance about that." "He won't know about it even if I do, though," interjected Ashleigh. "She also gave an undertaking not to have you at the house whilst the children are there." "Why?" asked Wynne, irritated by this. "This is just him trying to interfere in our relationship by keeping us apart," said Ashleigh. "Steady, Ian. He wanted 6 months, but in the end we agreed on 4. It'll soon pass. If you think about it, it'll take that time for Ashleigh to sell the house and for you to find one for both of you to live in, so in a way, it's not as if they are stopping you from actually living together." "I see your point, but this is still him exerting control." "We will have Sundays and sometimes from Saturday together until Wednesday morning. I'll just come and stay with you. We can meet up still on Thursdays and Fridays, just not at the house," said Ashleigh. "I suppose so," said Wynne. "Believe me, he didn't like it," said Louise. "Yes, the judge told him he had to leave me alone and not come to the house. He has to respect my privacy. She made that very clear to him," explained Ashleigh. "Good. Well, that's something. I just worry about you being there on your own." "I know. I will manage. I kept shooting him dirty looks, and I made sure he saw the Tiffany bracelet that you bought him. I kept letting it bang on the table so he could hear it. That would have wound him up, as he'll know it's new, and he'll be wondering who bought it for me." "Who was there with him?" asked Wynne. "Just his father and his solicitor." "I saw him and his father on the way up here. I gave them a wave. He looked stunned to see me driving past. He obviously thought I wasn't around." "Ha! That's fantastic," laughed Ashleigh. "So," asked Ian, "when do you see the children?" "My father will bring them across tomorrow lunchtime. I thought we deserved another night together and a bit of a party to celebrate. I won, you see. I stay in the house, he has to stay away, and I get to see the children more than him. They will stay with me all week until next Sunday when the arrangement starts. I will still come and see you after work, though, so don't worry." "Good, good. You know I always want to see you, but your children do come first." "Did he see your witness statement?" asked Wynne. "No. Paul said it was explosive stuff, and if he served it, we would never have done a deal. He's keeping that for another fight if one arises. Hopefully, the arrangement we have reached will be adhered to, and that is it with regards to the children going forward," replied Ashleigh. "Fair enough," said Wynne. "Thank you for your help, Louise." "My pleasure. He's a twisted man. He kept staring at us both with those horrible, hollow eyes of his. I would have loved to have seen him cross-examined, but ultimately we got there. I must admit I thought at times we would not. He's so stubborn and self-centred." "Yes, well, we all know about that. So what's next?" "I need to go and check on the car. It's been moved to a different garage ahead of getting repaired, although I need to chase the insurance company up to find out what's going on in that respect. I also need to hire a car, as I'm obviously going to be without one for a while and can't rely on you for lifts all of the time." "Okay. I also took the liberty of organising a treat for you next weekend," said Wynne. "What is it?" asked Ashleigh, eyes lighting up. "I've booked us in at High Castle," he explained. "Ooh, that's swanky," said Louise. "Marvellous, it's beautiful there." "Yes, they have a deal for dinner and residence on a Sunday night, so I thought it would give you something to look forward to after all of this," said Wynne. "You are wonderful, thank you," said Ashleigh, and she leant her head on Wynne's shoulder. "Well, that's another challenge overcome. I wonder what the next one will be," asked Wynne. "Oh, I'm sure there'll be something. Life is never dull with me, is it?" replied Ashleigh. "Rather true," said Wynne. "I'm sure it will settle down, eventually, though." "I wonder what we will have to talk about then when all of this is over." "Oh, you two will have plenty to occupy yourselves," said Louise. "I hope so. I don't like it when nothing is happening," said Ashleigh, more to herself than anyone else. On the following Monday, Wynne was up and just getting dressed when he heard an email arrive. It was from Ashleigh. She had forwarded an email from what appeared to be her parents' email address. Wynne scrolled through it. "Dear Ashleigh, congratulations. You have ruined your life and that of your children. We all knew that you would do it eventually. You need urgent psychiatric help. We have told you this so many times, but you will not listen. Now it appears to be too late. You have won. You have turned against us and ruined the lives of so many around you. You can now get on with your new life and, as usual, walk away from the devastation you have caused. Mum and Dad." Wynne heard another ping, and Ashleigh had sent a copy of her reply. She had written, "The terrible thing is that you have chosen to listen to someone else and allow yourself to be manipulated by him. You have done this instead of supporting your daughter. Do not contact me again. I do not need you." Wynne quickly wrote a reply. "I'm utterly stunned by that. How could they write such a thing to their own daughter? It smacks of Peter's doing. Do you not think he's behind it?" A few moments elapsed, and then Ashleigh replied, "No, they wrote it. I'm afraid it's the typical type of thing I've had to put up with. Nothing changes." Wynne shook his head. How on earth could they do this after she had endured a week without her children, and after everything Peter had done to her? It seemed she was right about the strange relationship she had with her parents. They had sided with Peter. Wynne found such behaviour astonishing. He really was trying to isolate her. An hour later, Wynne met Ashleigh at the car hire depot. He was already parked up as she drove in, her face ashen and the anxious demeanour having returned. She parked the hire car and got out to walk across to Wynne. He opened his arms, and she gratefully accepted his hug before they kissed. "I'm so sorry about that email. I honestly don't know what to say. It's left me stunned," commented Wynne. "I've told you, this is what they are like. He is manipulating them. He does it all the time and they fall for it. They've got it into their heads that there is something wrong with me, and so they always side with him whenever there is a bust-up. That's the final straw for me now. I'm not bothering with them ever again after they've sent that." "Well, I can't say I blame you, really," commented Wynne. Later that day, Wynne received a text from Ashleigh. "I felt lost and alone this morning, but the magic in your kiss has given me the strength to continue. Please, don't ever leave me. I need you. I want you. I love you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. I am your angel, and I will always protect you, come what may. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Please, I only have you left. Kiss, kiss, kiss. You have me and your friends. You are not alone. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Thank you. Kiss, kiss, kiss." Wynne realized that he now needed to dig deep into his own reserves to get Ashleigh through this. She was getting caught up in Peter's machinations once more, and he had to be the one to pull her free of this.